Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called The Journey of Stories. Anne stood in the comfort of her home, the emergency call she just received still echoing in her mind. Her mother's voice was filled with anxiety and helplessness as she described how the family was in deep crisis due to a gambling debt. This phone call changed her peaceful life and awakened her awareness of family responsibilities. The program Can't Stop Quiz was once a form of entertainment for Anne. Whenever she was immersed in a tiring work, she could always find some solace. However, now this once entertainment program has suddenly become the starting point of a counterattack journey for the estranged sister Jenny, and her life in a mess, she decided to find Jenny. Even though their relationship had long been estranged, and they had not contacted each other for a long time. This decision made her feel complicated, and it was also a responsibility to her family. The estrangement between the two sisters is rooted in some past misunderstandings and disputes, making their communication more difficult. Jenny has always lived in her own world and led a bohemian life. Her independent and rebellious character is in sharp contrast to Anne's stability and caution. However, at this critical moment, the two must join forces to face the difficulties facing the family. Anne sets foot on the city where Jenny lives, where all kinds of problems and contradictions are concentrated. The moment the two met for the first time, there was a sense of uneasiness and strangeness between them. However, they need to work together to solve the debt problem their mother struggled with. In order to collect the gambling debt they need, the two sisters decide to embark on an adventurous journey across the United States. This is not a simple journey, but a test of their wisdom, courage, and tacit understanding. Their target is a well-known quiz show, Can't Stop Quiz. The show is an arena of knowledge and wisdom, and the only way for them to quickly raise their gambling debts. The beginning of the journey was not easy. The sisters encountered various unknown challenges on the road, including solving mechanical problems and overcoming the troubles of unfamiliar cities. All this is to find the opportunity to step onto the stage of Can't Stop Quiz, and every step will test their perseverance and wisdom. In this process, the two not only need to overcome external difficulties, but also face misunderstandings and conflicts in the past. Anne gradually learns that Jenny's life is not as easy as it seems on the surface, and Jenny also begins to understand the responsibilities behind Anne. Their hearts gradually began to get closer, and they became partners in solving problems. The two sisters drove an old car across the vast land of the United States. Their destination is a charming town, which will be their first stop in Can't Stop Quiz. However, each stop on the journey becomes a new question and answer challenge, testing their intelligence and courage. In the small town at the first stop, the sisters participated in a local knowledge competition. The intense competition and fierce questions and answers made them realize that in this counterattack journey, every step cannot be taken lightly. The questions involve local history, culture, and customs, and the knowledge they learn becomes the key to victory. During the journey, they encountered various adventures. In a small town, they participated in an unexpected community event and found that it required solving puzzles and strategies to complete it. This situation tested their teamwork and creativity, and the ultimate victory served as a positive sign on their counterattack. In another city, the sisters unexpectedly became guests on a local TV show. This was not only a promotional opportunity, but also an impromptu Q&A challenge. They found that through these emergencies, they were better able to adapt to pressure and skillfully cope with various unexpected challenges. As we get closer to the destination, the selection of Can't Stop quiz gradually escalates. Along the way, they meet other contestants, each with their own unique strengths and strategies. This made the competition more intense, and the sisters gained more inspiration and challenges from it. On the way, they met some enthusiastic traveling companions who helped them when they were in trouble and shared their experiences and stories on the road. These encounters made the sisters deeply aware of the vastness and diversity of the world, and also added more color to their counterattack journey. The sisters traveled through various cities and gained a series of exotic customs and knowledge. Now, they are beginning to clearly define their division of labor and are fully prepared for the more intense competition ahead. In a city with a long history, Anne focused on literature and history. She gained an in-depth understanding of the stories behind each city, unearthed unknown local history, and provided a more comprehensive perspective for answering questions. Jenny, on the other hand, uses her passion for technology and pop culture to gain an in-depth understanding of the latest trends and related knowledge. The tacit understanding between the two began to be reflected in the game. In a more difficult competition, Anne accurately answered questions about literary works, while Jenny quickly solved a series of difficult questions about technological development. They complement each other and make the whole answering process seem as natural as flowing water. During the game in the next city, they encountered a suspenseful puzzle game. This competition requires contestants to solve the city's mysteries through various clues, and Anne and Jenny's collaboration is even more convenient. By analyzing the clues and deducing the correct answer, they successfully completed the level and won valuable points. In addition to answering questions, the sisters also used clever strategies in the competition. In a pop culture challenge, Jenny realized a weakness of her opponent and flexibly adjusted her strategy to successfully gain extra points. Anne also gained some additional opportunities for them by thoroughly understanding the rules and taking advantage of some loopholes in the rules. Gradually, they accumulated rich experience in the competition and formed a unique strategy. This not only made them more comfortable in the question-answering session, but also won them the favor of more audiences. The audience began to recognize the sisters' tacit understanding and wisdom, and their performance in the game became a sight to behold. As the sisters embark on a journey deeper into knowledge, they begin to develop more sophisticated strategies. In an ancient city, Anne studied history and literature in depth. Through the dust of the years, she found a lot of precious information that had been forgotten. Jenny, on the other hand, focuses on the cutting edge of technology and pop culture, paying attention to the pulse of the times. The competition became more intense, and the depth and breadth of the questions exceeded their imagination. In a historical topic challenge, Anne successfully solved a series of seemingly unsolvable problems with her in-depth understanding of historical events. Jenny shines in technology, and with her unique insights and keen insight into future development, she has secured many points for the team. In the next city, they encountered a suspenseful puzzle-solving challenge that was unexpectedly successful. In scenes that require the use of brain power and teamwork, the two sisters worked together very well. Anne analyzed the clues calmly, while Jenny quickly connected each clue and finally completed the seemingly impossible task, adding to their achievements. In addition to the question-answering session, they also have to deal with various rule changes. In a challenge about pop culture, Jenny keenly noticed a flaw in her opponent and decisively adopted an unusual strategy. This smart response not only earned them valuable points, but also demonstrated their flexibility and creativity in the game. Gradually, the sisters developed a unique strategy that made the most of their respective strengths. Anne's profound knowledge, reserve, and composure complement Jenny's fashion forward-looking and decisive decision-making. Their team chemistry is getting stronger and stronger, and they are full of confidence in the upcoming finals. Their performance in quiz competitions in various cities gradually attracted the attention of the audience. The audience began to realize that these were not just a pair of wise sisters, but also a golden partner with great tacit understanding and overcoming difficulties. The sisters' wisdom and strategies gradually became the highlight of Can't Stop Quiz, presenting the audience with a fascinating intellectual battle. The sisters enter a new stage of the game, and as the game escalates, the problems become more complex and the competitors become stronger. In a late-night game, they ushered in a duel, an ultimate challenge to their wisdom and calmness. The late-night competition venue seemed quiet and mysterious, with only dim lights dotting the stage. This duel is not only about knowledge, but also about psychological quality and team chemistry. The two sisters looked particularly calm in such an environment. They took a deep breath and faced the upcoming test. The difficulty of the questions has escalated, not only involving more profound subjects, but also covering cross-cutting knowledge in various fields. Anne excels in history, literature, and philosophy, while Jenny excels in technology, fashion, and pop culture. They showed their respective brilliance under the late-night light. As time went on, the tension in the game grew. In one stage, they need to answer as many questions as possible within a specified time. This high-intensity question-answering session made them deeply aware of the extremely fast thinking, and every second of decision-making is related to the direction of the entire competition. In the late-night game, they also encountered a series of elusive psychological warfare. Competitors began to adopt more aggressive tactics in an attempt to erode their confidence. However, Anne and Jenny remained calm, always focused on answering questions, and responded to all challenges with strength. In the final round, they face a comprehensive super problem that requires all their knowledge and wisdom. This is a true ultimate duel and the pinnacle moment of their counterattack. The sisters answered the questions nervously and attentively, using their best performance to gain valuable points for their team. After the late-night game, the sisters felt physically and mentally exhausted, but filled with a sense of accomplishment. They won the duel and won more honors for their counterattack. This night became an indelible part of their memory and laid a solid foundation for the subsequent championship battle. As the sisters continued to make breakthroughs in the game, they finally ushered in the moment of championship competition. This game will be the pinnacle of their counterattack journey and the final test. At this critical moment, they know they must perform at their best and go all out. The arena for the championship battle was decorated solemnly and elegantly, as if indicating that a great contest was about to begin. The lights on the stage were bright, the audience was packed, and the whole place was enveloped in an atmosphere of tension and anticipation. The two sisters stood in the center of the stage with firm eyes, facing this fateful game. The difficulty of the questions has increased again, and every question is a battle of wisdom. The fields of knowledge involved in the competition have long gone beyond the scope of ordinary people's cognition, and the two sisters used their knowledge and expertise to deal with it. Anne has demonstrated outstanding abilities in history and literature, while Jenny has become the highlight of the team with her deep understanding of fashion and technology. As the competition progressed, they found that they were facing not only a knowledge challenge, but also a psychological duel. Opponents used various means to try to affect their calmness. However, the sisters knew their own psychological bottom line and always remained calm. This psychological confrontation further demonstrated their perseverance and determination. At the climax of the competition, the sisters encountered a series of extremely creative problems. This not only tested their subject knowledge, but also tested their flexible thinking and teamwork. In a series of complicated situations, they cooperated with each other and cleverly solved seemingly unsolvable problems, one after another. Finally, they faced the final, ultimate question. This problem spans almost all disciplines and requires the comprehensive application of the knowledge they have learned. The sisters thought hard and faced this final challenge without fear. The final answer not only earned them high scores, but also made them the champions of Can't Stop Quiz. The victory in the championship battle is not only a tribute to the wisdom of the two sisters, but also the perfect ending to their counterattack journey. There was thunderous applause on the field, and the audience cheered for the wise and brave sisters. The two sisters held hands tightly, their eyes filled with the tacit understanding of their shared experience. At this moment, they not only won the game, but also won the respect of the audience and the honor in their own hearts. The victory in the championship battle became the most glorious chapter in their lives, and also brought a successful conclusion to their counterattack journey. After the glorious moment of the championship battle, the sisters were immersed in the joy of victory. The lights on the stage reflected their cheering figures. The audience applauded like waves, and a jubilant atmosphere permeated the entire competition venue. However, as the excitement of victory subsided, they settled into a moment of thoughtful reflection. After the game, the sisters reviewed the entire counterattack journey. They recalled how every step from the initial predicament to today's victory was filled with ups and downs and challenges. This journey is not only a pursuit of knowledge, but also a test of persistence and perseverance. They found that the bitterness and sacrifice behind the victory was worth it, and every ups and downs contributed to their today's honor. However, while celebrating their victory, the sisters began to examine the gains and losses in their counterattack journey. They know that there is a lot of hard work and effort behind it, but they also know that this is just a new starting point. Victory brings not only honor, but also a responsibility. They began to think about how they could make better use of the experience and knowledge they gained in the future. At this stage, the sisters were immersed in an atmosphere of reflection and summary. They sorted out various problems encountered during the game and reviewed successful strategies and team chemistry. Through reviewing the counterattack journey, they deeply realized the importance of teamwork, flexibility, and in-depth study of the breadth and depth of disciplines. In addition to reflecting on the competition, the sisters also looked back on their interactions with other contestants and viewers during their counterattack journey. They made many like-minded friends and shared their experiences and stories with each other. This gave them a deep understanding of the power of being in a team and the importance of learning from others. During this moment of reflection, the sisters also began to envision their future. They planned to apply the knowledge and experience they have learned in real life, hoping to become a positive force in society. At the same time, they encourage others to follow in their footsteps, face difficulties bravely, and pursue their dreams. Closing their eyes, they saw past struggles and victories in their dreams and felt the light of knowledge shining deep in their hearts. This is a wonderful and beautiful sleep, like an open book, allowing them to swim in the ocean of knowledge in their dreams. Slowly, the consciousness of the two sisters drifted on the other side of the dream. The hypnotic voice echoed in their ears like a gentle melody, guiding them into deep peace. The lights on the stage in the dream gradually faded away, leaving behind a peaceful darkness, as if it was a new beginning. In this peaceful sleep, they felt the peace deep in their souls. In the dream, the cheers of victory and reflective contemplation are intertwined, forming a rich and profound picture. The hypnotic voice became the note in the dream, gently ringing, guiding them to indulge in a beautiful sleep. In this hypnotic moment, the sisters' minds truly rested. The hypnotic technique is like a pair of invisible wings, gently wrapping them, immersing them in tranquility and harmony. The championship battle and the new journey in the dream are intertwined into a beautiful picture under the magic of hypnosis. The hypnotic sound gradually fades away, just like the barge song of a long journey, quietly disappearing. The two sisters were quietly intoxicated in the depths of their dreams, and their souls were soothed, as if they had stepped into a peaceful sea of flowers. The magic of hypnosis quietly dissipated, leaving behind the gently smiling faces of the two sisters in a peaceful dreamland. They are about to embark on a new journey, and this will become the most wonderful chapter in their lives. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Legend of the Stars, Rise of the Cosmic Heroes. On the distant moon, Alisa lives in a peaceful village. One day, the troops of the brutal General Barsalhos attacked, threatening the peace of the entire village. Alisa, a mysterious stranger becomes the villagers' only hope. She silently observed every corner of the village and gained insight into the general's actions. As night falls, she embarks on a journey to find warriors. Her goal is to find those who train silently in the shadows. She travels across the moon's rocky terrain in search of legendary warriors. Under the starlight, Elisa came to a desolate area. There, she discovers Aldrich, a calm and fearless tactician who displays astonishing skill in the night's battles. Elisa witnesses his power and decides to invite him to join her mission. In the days that followed, Elisa continued to travel across the stars, looking for talents who were good at technology. She stepped into a technologically advanced city, where the buildings towered into the sky and the wise Serafina lived. Serafina is a talented engineer whose technical abilities are impressive. Elisa invited her, and the three of them embarked on an unknown journey together. This heterogeneous team of warriors began to form, each member having their own past and pain. Elisa understands that their fates are closely intertwined, and in the dawn of the moon, a battle concerning the fate of the entire galaxy is about to begin. Under the leadership of Elisa, the soldiers embarked on an interstellar journey. They traveled through different planets, each one a potential source, a hidden power. Aldrich's tactical wisdom and Serafina's technological skills are on full display during the journey. On a planet called Ultra, they discovered a group of mercenaries from alien planets who were good at various tactics and combat skills. These mercenaries believe in freedom and are willing to fight for justice. Elisa sensed their determination and invited them to join. Then, they came to a planet called Asteria, where there was a magnificent arena that attracted countless warriors. In a fierce fight, they met the powerful fighter Alex. Alex's strength and fighting skills caught the attention of Elisa, and he agreed to join this cosmic battle. On the way, they came to a mysterious planet where a group of reclusive warriors lived, adept at using ancient martial arts. Elisa found a female warrior named Lena among them, whose swordsmanship was superb. Lena joins this exotic team of warriors, and her presence adds a mysterious power to the team. Star Trek makes the team's roster even larger and more diverse, with each member bringing a different set of skills and pasts. During the long journey between the stars, their tacit understanding and unity gradually become the key to defeating the home star. With the starlight guiding them, they move on, preparing to face the challenges ahead. The warriors embarked on a journey through the void to their home planet's stronghold. This void is full of unknown dangers and mysterious powers. Their spaceship traveled across the stars and through the boundless darkness. The vortex of the void and the edge of the galaxy unfolded in front of them. During the journey in the void, the warriors not only had to deal with external threats, but also faced internal conflicts and distrust. Everyone found their own thoughts in the loneliness of the void, and the team's tacit understanding gradually became deeper in the misty starlight. The spacecraft passed through an area called the Realm of Melancholy, which was filled with ripples of void and blurred images. In this vision, the soldiers experienced a spiritual test, and everyone faced the shadow deep in their hearts. This experience made them understand each other better and strengthened their belief in fighting against their home planet. Their spacecraft passed through a huge galaxy whirlpool, as if trapped in a vortex of time. In this fog of time and space, they experienced fragments of the past and the future, and witnessed the trajectory of galaxy history. All this gave the warriors a deeper understanding of the fate of the galaxy. Finally, they broke through the barrier of the void and arrived at the base of their home planet. During their journey into the void, the warriors' hearts were tempered and their unity became more unbreakable. Deep in the void, they were fully prepared for the coming battle. The shadow of the Mother Star gradually approached in the void, but their eyes were filled with firm light. The warriors came to a planet called Ares, a desolate and dangerous place. On the surface of the Red Planet, Barisalos' army has captured an ancient city. The planet's inhabitants, who were once part of a prosperous civilization, are now reduced to slavery. The warriors decided to challenge Barisalos' rule. On the surface of Mars, a thrilling battle broke out. Aldrich's tactical command, Seraphina's technological support, and the other warriors' respective skills shine brightly on this red land. They traveled through abandoned cities, evaded enemy patrols, and launched a thrilling guerrilla war. In this ruin, they not only have to fight the enemy, but also face the suffering of the city's residents. All this made the soldiers more determined to fight against the Mother Star. In the heart of the city, Barisalos' army established a massive military base. Aldrich devised a clever plan to lure the enemy, attracting the enemy's main force and opening up opportunities for Seraphina and other warriors to attack. On the surface of Mars, a fierce battle broke out, and the vibrations of the city echoed throughout the planet. During this battle, the warriors experienced pain and loss. However, each warrior found his own heroism in this red land. When the final battle was over, the cities of Mars returned to freedom, and the warriors won an important victory for the freedom of the galaxy. The warriors' victory sent shockwaves through the stars. However, the shadow of the parent star spreads across the galaxy. The enemy's power continues to expand, and the warriors are forced to chase across the stars. They traveled through the boundless universe, and interstellar space navigation was full of dangers. In the process, they encountered spies and saboteurs from their home planet, and every encounter was a life and death struggle. The unknown corners of the galaxy became the stage for their tug of war with their enemies. In the interstellar chase, Aldrich's tactical wisdom becomes key. Not only can he skillfully navigate the traps of his home planet, he can also guide the warriors through the strange spaces between the stars. Seraphina's technological abilities have also been fully utilized. She has designed a series of advanced devices to help the warriors defeat the enemy. During the interstellar chase, the warriors not only had to fiercely confront the enemy, but also dealt with internal tensions. Aboard the starship, they face constant resource shortages, disagreements, and worries about the future. However, every dilemma made them more determined to achieve their common goal. They traveled through a huge star at the center of a galaxy, facing extreme gravity and radiation. In this extreme environment, the soldiers showed courage beyond ordinary people, and their spaceship skillfully traveled through the heart of the galaxy. At the end of the interstellar chase, the warriors discovered the main base of their home planet. The planet is a dark place filled with enemy facilities and armies. The warriors know that the final battle is coming, and the future of the galaxy will depend on the outcome of this moment. The warriors arrived at the main base of their home planet, a land full of darkness and mystery. The ruins of cities and huge military installations on the planet's surface bear witness to the dominance of the home planet. In this shadow, the warriors felt the power and evil of the enemy. They sneaked into the edge of the base, passed through the ruins of the city, and faced the strongest army of the home planet. Aldrich's tactical insight allowed them to successfully conquer part of the enemy army. But the power of the home planet was far greater than they imagined. In this darkness, they sensed the machinations and evil aura of Barisalios. The soldiers gradually penetrated into the core of the base and faced a huge line of defense. Serafina's technological devices became crucial in helping them unravel the trap set by their home planet. In the process, they not only have to deal with the enemy's pursuit and interception, but also navigate the dangers hidden in the ruins of the city. When the soldiers reached the deepest part of the base, they discovered a huge and strange room. In this chamber, Barisalos is revealed, a towering and evil leader who holds the dark power of the galaxy at his fingertips. A decisive battle began, and the contrast of Barisalos' strength was formidable. In the treacherous battle, every warrior experienced a huge test. The dark power of Barisalos plunged them into endless struggles, but every difficulty made them more determined to fight. In the end, the warriors joined forces to defeat Barisalos. The shadow of the home planet began to dissipate, and the galaxy ushered in a new dawn. The moment Barisarios was defeated by the warriors, the dark atmosphere on the planet began to dissipate. The rule of Barisalos was ended, and the influence of the home planet quickly declined. The galaxy has returned to tranquility and peace, and the stars are once again shining with the light of hope. The warriors inspected the ruins of their home planet and saw the people who had suffered rise to strength again. The ruins of the city became a construction site for reconstruction, and the inhabitants of the planet ushered in a moment of freedom. The warriors' victory became the legend of the galaxy, and they became heroes among the stars. In the depths of the stars, the names of the warriors were spread, and their deeds became legends in the galaxy. Their team, composed of people from different worlds, became the guardians of the stars. Their story spread across the galaxy, and respect for this new army of heroes was left in everyone's heart. The warriors returned to their homeland, but their adventure was not over. The peace of the galaxy is still fragile, and they become the guardians of this peace. Every planet thanked them, and the twinkling light of the stars became an eternal symbol of victory. At the edge of the galaxy, a new threat may awaken from its slumber. But under the light of the stars, the warriors know that they will continue to move forward to defend the galaxy and protect peace. They became the hope of the stars and illuminated the future of the galaxy. In the new interstellar era, the galaxy is gradually prospering. Thanks to the efforts of the soldiers, people enjoyed peace and tranquility. The city was rebuilt, and the inhabitants of the planet rebuilt their homes. Interstellar trade and cultural exchanges became more prosperous, and closer connections were established between different planets. The warriors formed a galaxy guardian team whose responsibility is to protect interstellar peace. This team is composed of outstanding warriors from various planets, working together to guard the tranquility of the galaxy. They accept new tasks to resolve interstellar disputes and crises and ensure the stability of the galaxy. In this new era, technology has developed tremendously. Serafina became one of the galaxy's leading scientists, and her inventions changed life among the stars. Aldrich became the leader of the Star Guardians, and his wisdom and courage made him a symbol of the galaxy. Every planet is celebrating the arrival of peace, and the residents of the galaxy are pursuing a better future together. In this era of bright stars, a new generation of warriors is rising. They have taken over the mission of their predecessors and continue to defend the peace of the galaxy. Every planet in the galaxy is full of life, and the stories of the warriors have become legends among the stars. At the new starting point of the interstellar world, people are looking forward to the future, full of confidence and hope, and looking forward to new adventures and discoveries in the interstellar world. The history books of the galaxy are filled with the legends of this new heroic army who wrote a glorious chapter for the peace of the galaxy. As the story progresses, let us fall into a dream journey together. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the air flowing through your body as if there is a gentle wind embracing you warmly. On this amazing interstellar journey, you find yourself floating in the depths of the universe, with the light of the stars twinkling all around you. Every star is a dream, a hope, and you are part of this endless universe. Gradually, you feel every part of your body gradually relax, as if you were soaking in a pool of warm spring water. Your head sinks gently, your shoulders gradually relax, and your whole body seems to be floating on a gentle cloud. As your breathing flows, your heartbeat slowly becomes deep and powerful. Every exhalation takes away a trace of tension, and every inhalation injects a sense of tranquility. You feel your soul being soothed by the gentle words and wonderful galaxy scenes, as if you are wandering in a beautiful dream. In this interstellar tranquility, you are immersed in beautiful pictures. The sun shines on you through the clouds, and its warmth warms your entire heart. In this fantastic journey, you become a member of an army of interstellar heroes and feel the power of peace and the warmth of unity. One day, the dreamy galaxy will return to tranquility, and you will quietly return to the real time and space. Slowly, reopen your eyes and feel the clear and fresh air. In this peaceful ending, with the residual warmth of the interstellar dream, you feel that the depths of your soul are filled with tranquility and beauty. The wonders of the stars will shine forever in dreams. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Lakeside Dream. In the quiet city, the moonlight shines on the streets, highlighting the silhouettes of the buildings. This city is called Night City and is famous for its tranquility and mystery. On the edge of the city, there is a manor called Yuye Mansion. This is an ancient and historic building, hidden under the shadow of towering old trees. The owner of Yuye Mansion is a lady named Alina, who is a well-known psychologist in the city. This night, when the city fell into silence, a mysterious event began. Elena received a strange phone call. A low and mysterious voice came from the other end of the phone, claiming that an unknown truth about her past would be revealed. The arrival of this phone call made Alina feel uneasy. She decides to investigate further and begins to look into her past. As she gradually retraces her memories, a series of mysterious clues begin to emerge. Alina finds herself involved in a confusing mystery, and it all seems to be closely related to the history of her family and Yuya Mansion. There is a mysterious atmosphere permeating the streets of the Night City, as if the entire city is silently guarding this ancient manor. And Alina is exploring the mystery of her own past in the fog of this night. This is a night full of unknowns and puzzles, heralding the beginning of a story. At dawn in the Night City, Alina begins her journey back. She dug deeply into her family's history and carefully studied the old archives of Yuya Mansion. The ancient books in the house record stories from countless eras, and every page seems to be a sleeping memory. As she flipped through the pages, Alina discovered a series of clues related to a secret room in the mansion. This secret room has been sealed for decades and is one of the secrets hidden in Yuya Mansion. Through ancient maps and family trees, Alina found a hidden passage leading to the secret room, and she decided to find out. Elena walked through the ancient corridors of Yuya Mansion and followed the stone steps deep into the ground. Her footsteps echoed in the empty passage, as if she had traveled back in time. Finally, she came to the sealed secret door. Pushing it open hard, an ancient breath came to my face, and the door of the secret room slowly opened. In the corner of the secret room, Alina found an ancient diary. The diary details the lives of several generations, as well as a buried family secret. Through these records, Alina gradually learned that her family had an ulterior connection with the ancient, mysterious power of Night City. In this deep, secret room, Alina's heart was filled with various emotions. She felt the call of her ancestors, which seemed to be silently guiding her to uncover the truth about her family. And all this is just the beginning of the story. In the quiet of the night, Alina is immersed in ancient diaries, tracing her family's history. She learns that Yuya Mansion was once the home of a mysterious guardian, a man who was given the mysterious power to guard the night. This guardian has been passed down for several generations, each one silently guarding the safety of Night City. Through the diary, Alina discovered that this mysterious guardian was related to a mysterious energy, which was called the power of the stars. The power of the stars has always been Night City's secret weapon, protecting the city from evil forces. However, as time goes by, this power gradually weakens, leaving Night City facing an unprecedented crisis. Alina decides to reveal the truth of this history and search for traces of the power of the stars. She began to search for ancient documents and treasures in Yuya Mansion, hoping to find the source of this mysterious power. While looking through ancient manuscripts and collections of books, she gradually learned the secrets of the power of the stars and the huge sacrifices the guardians had made. In this late-night Yuya Mansion, Alina felt the perseverance and selfless dedication of the past guardians. She decided to inherit this responsibility, become the new guardian of the power of stars, and protect the safety of Night City. This decision also involves her in a more complicated destiny, and the truth about the power of the stars is waiting for her to be revealed one by one. Elena is deeply involved in the study of the power of the stars. She traces the bloodline of her family to find the source of this mysterious energy. In the ancient library of Yuya Mansion, she discovered an old star map, which charted the inheritance trajectory of the power of the stars. The map reveals a labyrinth leading deep into the city. And deep within, the true secret of the power of the stars is said to lie. Elena embarks on this mysterious journey. She traveled through ancient forests, across grasslands, and deep into the deepest core of the city. The labyrinth was full of ancient symbols and connections, and every step made her feel the presence of the power of the stars. As she goes deeper, she begins to encounter the ghosts of some ancient guardians who appear to her in ethereal forms and share stories of the power of the stars. These guardians were once guardians of the star power and gave their lives for the peace of the city. They told Alina that the power of the stars is not just a power, but also a link between souls. It is a precious wealth passed down to Night City by generations of guardians. Deep in the maze, Alina finally discovered the true source of the power of the stars. A huge star heart is suspended on the throne, emitting a quiet and mysterious light. Alina felt this energy sink deeply into her soul, and her eyes shone with determination. She understands that she has become the new guardian of the power of the stars, and she will continue to pass on this responsibility and protect this precious power for the peace of Night City. All this is the awakening of the starry night. Alina became the new guardian of the star power, and she embarked on a journey of radical change. The flow of star power gradually appeared in the city, and the night in the Night City became more peaceful and peaceful. The starlight shines through the clouds in every corner, seeming to inject new vitality into the city. As the new guardian, Alina's responsibility is not only to protect the city, but also to pass on the power of the stars. She began to find and cultivate potential souls in the city and pass on the power of the stars to them. This process is full of challenges and adventures, and each chosen successor needs to go through a series of tests to prove that they are qualified to become the successors to the power of the stars. Alina built a star tower in the city and became the center of the inheritance. Here, she mentors a new generation of guardians, teaching the secrets and responsibilities of the star power. This star tower has become a sacred symbol in the Night City. When people look up at the starry sky at night, they will see the twinkling stars on the top of the tower, as if they are blessed by the power of the stars. In inheriting the power of the stars, Alina gradually feels that her responsibilities have become easier. She understands that although this is a long journey, she is willing to sacrifice everything for the peace of the city and family, and for the continuation of the power of the stars. In the starry Night City, a new generation of guardians rises, and the power of the stars continues to exude warmth and light in the city. This is a new era, an era full of hope and blessings. And Alina, as the Guardian's guide, is destined to become a legend in Night City. As the Night City bathes in the light of star power, the Guardians begin to understand their responsibilities more deeply. The inheritance of the power of the stars is not only an inheritance of power, but also a call for balance. In the Tower of Stars, Alina not only teaches the new generation of guardians the skills to master the power of the stars, but also guides them to understand the importance of balance. The power of the stars is a sensitive and mysterious force that requires guardians to maintain inner peace and clarity. Alina tells them that only when they find balance deep in their hearts can the power of the stars truly serve the city and them. This process is not easy. Each guardian needs to undergo inner tempering, transcend personal desires, and integrate the power of the stars into his or her soul. During the training in the Tower of Stars, the guardians gradually discovered that inner balance is a never-ending practice. They need to learn to control their emotions and calm their desires to prevent the power of the stars from being negatively affected. Alina teaches with heart, letting them understand that balance is not only a skill, but also an improvement of spiritual realm. As the guardians gradually understand the way of balance, the nights in Night City become more peaceful and peaceful. The power of the stars circulates in the city, maintaining a harmonious state. Irina felt a deep sense of satisfaction in this process. She looked at the new generation of guardians and knew that the power of the stars would be passed on more perfectly in their hands. This is the balance of the power of the stars, and it is also the ideal state that Night City and the guardians pursue together. On the edge of Night City, there's a quiet and beautiful suburb. Here, there are green trees and starlight falling on the quiet lake. A spacious home is located by the lake. This is the home of the guardian, Alina. Her home is surrounded by soft lights, and the starlight filtering through the windows creates subtle ripples on the lake. Alina's home is an old and cozy cottage, filled with the faint scent of lavender. Her family photos line the walls of her living room, documenting the quality time she spent with her family. In this peaceful night, she recalled her childhood days, the laughter of her family picnicking by the lake, and the kiss under the starry sky. All seemed to reappear at this moment. Elena's father is a funny and kind old man. He often plays an ancient guitar at home and sings simple country songs. My mother is a gentle and virtuous woman who likes to make delicious snacks at night and share them with her family. This family is full of affection and love, and they have always been a source of strength for Alina. However, on this quiet night, a breeze blew across the lake, stirring Alina's thoughts. She suddenly remembered that she had sacrificed some family time because of the mission of star power, which put her into a subtle conflict. She began to reflect on her own balance between family and responsibilities, and this inner struggle made her feel a little uneasy. In order to calm her inner turmoil, Alina walked in the small garden of her home, and the stars in the night sky seemed to shine for her. She stood by the lake and felt the slight ripples in the water. Gradually, she learned to release the burden in her heart. She understood that the responsibility of star power was a precious mission, and the warmth of family was her spiritual haven. The night in the Night City is more peaceful, and the power of the stars slowly flows in the hut by the lake. Alina returned home, lay on the soft bed, and began to use hypnosis techniques to guide herself into a deep dream. Her breathing became smooth and powerful. Her body gradually relaxed, and her mind was soothed by gentle words and starlight. Finally, Alina was immersed in a peaceful dream, and the tranquility of the night gently enveloped every resident of Night City, allowing them to find tranquility and peace in their dreams. In the lakeside hut at night, the The stars shine on the lake like the Milky Way, as if they are the notes of star power jumping on the lake. The house is filled with the soft scent of lavender, refreshing. Alina sat on the wooden rocking chair in front of the house, looking at the lake in the distance, immersed in the tranquility of the night. In the garden of the Lakeside house, the breeze blew. The petals danced lightly, exuding a faint fragrance. The moon hangs high in the night sky, casting a silver glow that complements the stars. The shadows of the trees in front of the house are dancing, reflected on the lake, like a dream. Alina closed her eyes and felt the lake breeze caressing her face. She began to guide herself to breathe deeply, letting the tranquility of the night permeate every cell. She thought of the warmth of her family, the ancient songs her father sang, and the desserts made by her mother. Those were the deepest memories in her heart. However, a faint uneasiness quietly rose in her heart. The responsibility of star power is heavy on her shoulders, and the warmth of family is something she is deeply attached to. This internal and external conflict made her feel troubled, and she fell into a seemingly irreconcilable situation. In order to find the answer, Alina got up and walked by the lake. The lake shimmered, and the stars shone in the night sky. She began to use hypnosis techniques to guide herself to feel every inch of her skin, gradually releasing her inner anxiety. The rhythm of her breathing slowly became deep and powerful, and she was immersed in the intertwining of star power and family love. Finally, Alina returned to the hut, her mind as calm as water. She lay on the soft bed and felt the caress of the power of the stars. In her dream, she roams the garden of her lakeside cottage, spending time with her family. In this quiet night, she found her inner balance and finally fell into a peaceful sleep. The night of stars continued to bloom in her dream. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Son of the Stars, the fate of the 12 palaces of street orphans. As night falls, the streets of the ancient city are shrouded in faint streetlights. The hustle and bustle of the city gradually fell silent at night, leaving only the sound of the breeze blowing through the streets. Adrian is a street orphan with short black hair. His eyes reveal a sense of pride and wit. In the dark alley, Adrian accidentally discovered the strange energy flowing in his body. He felt a force, as if a giant beast that had been sleeping for a long time was awakening. In the silent nights, he began to explore the source of this power, following his intuition through the ancient neighborhoods of the city. In front of an abandoned church, Adrian discovered an ancient rune. This rune shimmered with mysterious light, echoing the power on his body. An unprecedented determination emerged in his heart, as if it was a call from fate. Adrian followed the guidance of this force and walked through the shadows of the city to a wasteland on the edge of the city. Under the illumination of the moonlight, he saw a bound woman, graceful and graceful, covered in mysterious brilliance. This is Isabella, the reincarnation of the goddess Sienna. Voss, a mysterious figure in the shadows, is in hot pursuit. His eyes shone with coldness and desire, as if he was coveting Sienna's power. Adrian feels an unknown pressure, but also realizes that he is the only one who can protect Sienna. In this silent night, the fates of Adrian and Sienna are intertwined. They will embark on a journey together to meet the challenges of destiny. In the shadows on the other side, Voss's power is growing for a more mysterious purpose. As the story unfolds, this night will become a destined legend. Adrian and Sienna embark on a mysterious journey. They shuttled through the streets of the ancient city, gradually gaining a deeper understanding of each other's destiny. Adrian begins to realize that his powers are not just an accidental awakening, but are closely connected to Sienna's existence. During the journey, Adrian and Sienna met a group of supernatural beings who were also candidates for the Knights of the Zodiac. Everyone represents a different zodiac sign and has unique abilities. They receive revelations from mysterious powers in every corner of the city and understand the connection between themselves and the constellations. In order to better protect Sienna, they jointly decided to participate in a competition called Celestial Trials. This competition is organized by a mysterious guardian to select the most powerful guardian to resist the forces of evil. This is a journey full of tests and challenges. Only through various unique trials can they obtain divine equipment and power. In Celestial Trials, Adrian and other candidates face tests from all directions, and every level is a life and death struggle. They need to show strength and wisdom beyond their own limits in order to be able to obtain the divine protection of the constellation. And behind all this, Voss's forces are constantly trying to prevent the rise of the Knights of the Zodiac. Adrian gradually realizes that this is not just a battle to protect Sienna, but also a battle with his own past. He has experienced hardships and baptisms in his heart, and he needs to face his destiny of becoming a Knight of the Zodiac and let go of the shadows of the past. And during this starry journey, the bond between him and Sienna becomes even closer. Adrian and Sienna faced more intense challenges in the Celestial Trials competition. Every corner of the city has become a stage for trials, and each candidate is doing his best to show his strength and wisdom. They are taken into mysterious scenes and face tests from the constellations. Each level seems to be a duel against fate. First is the trial of Aries, where fire spreads and tests the candidate's courage and decisiveness. Then comes the trial of Taurus, where tremendous power surges from the solid earth, requiring candidates to maintain composure and endurance. Next is the trial of Gemini, where the illusion of reality and reality tests the candidate's observation and reaction speed. Every trial is a life and death battle. Candidates learn to trust each other and work together to navigate increasingly complex scenarios. The power of the constellations is stimulated in everyone, and their abilities are gradually revealed. Adrian discovers that he possesses the mysterious ability of Scorpio and can see into the nature of things. In the trials of Cancer, emotional and family tests become the biggest challenges. Everyone has experienced a memory about the past and family affection, which tests their understanding and tolerance of emotions. In the Leo trial, they need to show leadership and courage to win for the entire team. However, Voss's conspiracy gradually surfaced. He sends his men to try to interfere with the trials, making each level more dangerous. This celestial trials is not only to select guardians, but also an actual battle against evil forces. Under the starry sky, Adrian and his companions will face more severe tests in order to protect the peace of Siena and the entire city. In the trials of Ares, fire rages, challenging the candidate's mettle. The huge flames are like wild beasts, threatening all those who pass the test. Adrian successfully dispersed the flames by mobilizing the power of his zodiac sign, showing strong willpower. In the trials of Taurus, the terrain is steep and the rocks are huge and hard. Candidates need to use calm thinking and firm will to overcome this difficulty. Adrian used the constellation's ability to sense the terrain and help the team move forward steadily, defeating enemies who tried to interfere. In the Gemini trial, the candidates fell into a complicated illusion. The false and the false are intertwined, making it difficult to distinguish between true and false. Adrian relied on Scorpio's insight to lead the team through this confusing test. They learned to remain calm and undisturbed in the illusion. The trial of Cancer is an emotional test, as everyone is caught up in memories of the past and family. Adrian looked back on his childhood, learned to let go of the shadows of the past, and experienced true tolerance and understanding. During Leo's trials, they need to show leadership and courage. A group of ferocious lions turned into evil forces and tried to hinder their progress. Adrian stepped forward and led the team to overcome this threatening trial, demonstrating his leadership skills. After the end, Adrian and his companions prepare to face the final battle. In the center of the city, Voss led his troops to assemble, and the atmosphere was tense and solemn. Under the starry sky, Adrian felt an invisible force, as if the entire universe was witnessing this fateful battle. Voss's army is approaching quickly in the dark, and their goal is clear and unambiguous: to prevent Adrian from becoming the guardian of Siena. The battle in the trial is just a prelude. Now they will face the real enemy. The streets and alleys of the city turned into a battlefield, and the power of the constellations reflected each other in the sky, launching a thrilling duel. Adrian leads the other guardians to attack Voss's army. The power of each zodiac sign is fully utilized in this battle. The huge Scorpio's tail cuts through the night sky. The flames burn like the roar of a lion, and the power of the wind sweeps away everything like the tenacity of the Taurus. The power of the constellations and the dark force of Voss collided fiercely in the air, setting off blazing sparks. Siena, as the reincarnated goddess, also unleashes her divine power on the battlefield. Her presence became a source of strength for the guardians, stimulating their desire for victory. However, Voss is not an easy enemy to deal with, and his dark power casts a haze over the entire battlefield. As the battle progresses, Adrian gradually realizes that his power is not just to protect Siena, but also to protect the entire city and the world. He and Voss launched a fierce duel, and the power of the constellations and the power of darkness intertwined in the night sky. This is not only a physical confrontation, but also a battle of faith and responsibility. Under the starlight, the moment of final battle is coming. Adrian's heart surged with confidence for the future, and he knew that this battle would determine the fate of the entire world. And at the intersection of destiny, he will show his true power as a guardian. The starry sky is bright, and the stars in the universe seem to be witnessing the final showdown between between Adrian and Voss. Darkness and light intertwined in the center of the city, forming an invisible battlefield. Adrian's heart is filled with firm determination, and he knows that this battle will bring decisive changes to the entire world. The duel between Adrian and Voss becomes increasingly fierce. The power of the constellations and the power of darkness meet in the sky, emitting dazzling light and trembling shadows. Every collision of moves was like thunder, shaking the entire city. This is not only a battle, but also a contest of faith and responsibility, the final battle between light and darkness. Sienna stood aside, her presence providing endless strength to Adrian. Her eyes were full of trust and expectation because she knew that Adrian was the only person who could protect this land. Her divine power is blessed in every release of the constellations, providing powerful support to the Guardians. As the battle progresses, Adrian gradually understands the nature of the power of the constellations. He realized that this was not only a source of strength, but also a symbol of responsibility. Each Guardian is the incarnation of the power of the constellation, and their existence is to balance the order of the universe. This realization made Adrian more powerful, and he began to see Voss's weaknesses. In a confrontation, Adrian successfully defeated Voss's dark shield, exposing him to the light of the power of the constellation. Voss let out an angry roar, but his dark power was gradually dispersed by the power of the constellation. In the end, Adrian's determination and belief defeated Voss's dark ambitions, filling the entire battlefield with light again. Voss was expelled from the city, his influence purged by the light of the constellation's power. The entire city regained peace in the quiet, starry night, and the victory of Adrian and the other Guardians brought new hope to the world. Sienna walked up to Adrian, her eyes full of gratitude and approval. Together, they faced the test of fate and created a new legend together. Under the starry sky, the square in the center of the city became a witness to victory, and Adrian became the guardian of the new era, and his name will be forever engraved in the stars. As night falls, the stars shine brightly over the city. After the victory in the battle, the city returned to calm, as if it had entered a peaceful night. Adrian stood on a high platform in the city, looking at the stars. His short hair fluttered gently in the breeze, and his eyes were deep and firm. The streets and alleys of the city look quiet and peaceful at night, and the stars dot the night sky like twinkling gems. The mountains in the distance are looming in the moonlight, like a picture of the universe. The breeze caresses the city, carrying the scent of flowers and seawater, which is intoxicating. Adrian's heart was filled with the joy of victory and expectations for the future. Behind him is the inspiration of the power of the constellations, like a pair of wings spread out by the starlight. The city's buildings are looming in the night, like a fairyland in a dream. Sienna walked up to Adrian, her eyes filled with gratitude and respect. Her long hair fluttered in the night wind like a silver waterfall. Her body exuded a faint, divine light, like moonlight shining on the earth. In the center of the city square is a huge fountain, with water spraying like stars in the night sky. The garden around the fountain is full of flowers of various colors, emitting a light fragrance. Starlight shines on the petals, making the entire square filled with a dreamy atmosphere. In the tranquility of the night, the Guardians gathered together and shared their expectations for the future in tacit understanding. The power of the constellations continues to flow through their bodies, becoming the link that connects them. Under their protection, the city seems to have new vitality, and every corner is full of vitality. A melodious music came from the valley in the distance, the sound of nature made by the wind blowing through the treetops at night. It is like the song of the universe, singing the hymn of victory. The constellations in the starry sky are like lights, guiding the way forward. Adrian stared into the distance, filled with curiosity about the unknown and love for life. This night, the city under the starry sky is like a kingdom of guardians, and each constellation is the bright star of this kingdom. In this quiet and mysterious night, new legends are quietly being written. Top of form,